Welcome to the slashGROUP podcast. How's everyone doing this afternoon, evening, whenever you're listening to this?
We'll
Good?
find out in the
All right,
comments.
like poopy dupes. Well, I'm joined together today with Derek and Jesse.
Yep.
And I am Jordan, and I am not your host, but I am talking right now. And now I'm turning
Like
it
you are the
over
host.
to Derek, like I was the host.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Jordan already asked that, so it doesn't matter. But I figured I'd ask again because now I'm talking. So today on the slashGROUP podcast, we are going to chit chat about some stuff related to video games, and it's gonna be real cool. So fasten your seatbelts if you're listening in a car. Hopefully you have hands free on, and let's get going. So
You're dedicated if you're listening to YouTube in the car. I'll say that.
I mean, YouTube Red, bro. They don't have to listen to commercials. They can have their phone closed. They can do whatever they want.
Yep. Hashtag YouTube. Give us money.
Hashtag
Yeah.
YouTube ad in video. Okay, whatever. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is something that I am super excited for because it's something that I've been waiting for a while. It's something that a lot of people have been wanting for
That's been hinted at for like forever.
Yeah. And that is the addition of Doomfist in Overwatch, which is super duper exciting. They've been talking about Doomfist since the reveal trailer of Overwatch, and
pretty much.
he's not been in the game, and finally they're like, they've been dropping hints for the last couple of months. They started dropping hints, kind of with Orisa.
Yeah, that was like the biggest one.
So like that whole thing was there was like an attack at an airport that was Doomfist and blah blah, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be Doomfist!" And then it was a robot, and everyone was like, "Oh,
yeah,
okay."
Oh. That's not Doomfist.
Not even a little bit. And then actually it was a couple days ago now. They released like almost like a police filing report thing about that incident and more about Doomfist and how Talon is the one who went to the prison he was in to help him escape. And today they gave us a little trailer, and now he's on the PTR.
Well, explain if you have not watched the trailer. What was different about this trailer from other hero trailers?
It was animated, which was super duper cool. But
It was
I feel like
so
there's
pretty.
But they did another animated trailer, didn't they? Overwatch.
They were like still animations though. This was like fully animated. Like every scene had animation in it. Like
Yeah. I just feel like maybe I'm thinking of the Orisa trailer was like semi-animated, but yeah, that was more of a still animation. This one was much more anime, and not with like the big eyes and the like, and like the, I don't know, like cutesy poses and everything, but like
What you got against big eyes, Derek? Huh?
I hate big eyes.
Well,
big
shit.
eyes
Me in high school
are
cries.
dumb, and just kidding. I actually really like the cute like chibi style or whatever. But yeah, this was more like a serious anime. I don't know what to compare it to, but it was just really really cool, and the fighting scenes were pretty sweet.
pretty dope. Pretty dope.
So it was pretty dope, and they kind of show him escaping prison, and they show him fighting Genji, Tracer, and Winston. And then I actually, right when I got home, which was not too long ago, I jumped onto the PTR, and I was like, I'm gonna try him, and I tried him, and he's pretty fun. He's an offensive class, which is
That,
I mean,
or
I think
he's an
everyone,
offense type, so that's like, what is it?
Yeah.
Tracer.
he's like with Genji and Tracer
Genji,
and Reaper and all them.
I thought he was going to be a tank, personally. I mean, I guess it's a good thing they didn't. I mean, they made what's her face is
Orisa.
Orisa is, yeah. So I mean,
it was a new tank. So yeah, it's, I mean, and they've had like, they added a new support and they added a new defense question mark. No,
What's
they've had two. This is the second offensive one. Sombra is not defensive. I don't think. I think Sombra's considered offense.
She's offense too. Yeah.
So I guess the only one they haven't done is a new defense character. But yeah, so I don't know if either of you looked into like what his abilities are. Question mark.
I did.
I didn't see what his heroic was, but I know he has a charging punch.
Yeah.
Wait, so you can actually charge up, right?
Yeah, I can break it down for you. Okay. I can break it down. So basically,
let's break it down.
Exactly. I should have used that. And that's like my main. How did I not think to use that line? Whatever. I literally have like a Lucio Pop sitting in front of me. So his regular fire, his left click is from his left hand. It's like almost like a shotgun type shot. So it's like it spreads.
Are you talking about his like primary fire or his like...
Yeah, his primary fire, his left click.
All right. Well, not everyone plays on computers.
Oh yeah, you play on Xbox, so his primary fire is from his left hand, and it like shoots like almost like a shotgun style shot, where it spreads out, so it does less damage as it gets further away. And it auto recharges, which is kind of cool. So like it's like 4 shots, I believe, and then it'll have to recharge it, but it does it automatically. So like if you only shoot 1, it'll recharge to 4.
So you can't reload.
And then what was that, Jesse?
So you can't reload then?
No, I mean it's a really short, and I'm not gonna say really short, but it's a pretty fast reload speed. Zorro, shut up! No one wants to hear you barking in the background.
That's what the door closed.
That's like my motorcycle though, so it's fine. And by my motorcycle, I mean just outside.
You're breaking the fourth wall.
So then
we're in the studio, guys. Like
that's right. We're in the studio doing this. Duh.
Yeah,
we're all in a circle.
Definitely not on separate computers in separate towns. So then his alternate fire, or his right click, I don't know what it is on your controller, but is the punch. And I didn't actually read any of the how to use any of the abilities, so when I was first trying it, I was just like pressing it. I was like, okay, that doesn't seem that strong, but you actually charge it up.
Yeah.
And it does quite a bit of damage, but actually if the person that you hit, it has a knockback, I should mention. So it has a knockback, and if you charge it up and you hit them and they go flying against something, it does extra damage. So if they get knocked into a wall or whatever, it'll do extra damage, which is pretty neat. They don't have anything like that right now, not that I'm aware of.
Is there a cooldown on that one?
Yes, there's a cooldown. It's 5 seconds, I want to say.
Okay. So it's like Lucio's pushback almost, except better.
Almost, yeah. Except it's strong. It does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That's how he's gonna get a lot of kills, I feel. Your fire, your like primary fire, I feel is maybe like knock down like the last tiny bit of health, or just to like start shooting at someone before you get to them. Mm-hmm. And then he has. This is where I'm gonna get mixed up. So he has a shift. His one of his alternate abilities is an uppercut, which knocks the opponent into the air. And then his what button is it? I don't remember what button it is.
Either E or shift.
E. It must be E. Yeah, it's E. Is like a smackdown ability where he kind of like sends out like a little pulse wave in front of him. He like jumps in the air and does a pulse wave. So he has like a lot of close range stuff, and then his ultimate is probably like the coolest thing ever.
That's the one thing I don't know about is his ultimate.
So he leaps into the air, and you get this like area of effect ring on the ground, and you can actually move it around wherever you want, and it kind of like fills up, and you can either have him come down early, or you can like wait for it to fill up all the way, and then it'll smash down. He literally like smashes down into the ground, and there's like a big explosion. So it's like a leap, and then he uses a Doomfist to like smash into the ground. It is very cool.
Is it like Pharah, where you can shoot him out of the air though?
Not that I know of, because he literally leaves your screen when you use it.
Oh wow!
Huh.
So like you don't see him in the air. All you see as the person controlling him is like a blue ring on the ground. So I haven't fought against, because like I said, I only did this in the training ground. I didn't have a lot of time to go through a match or anything, so I don't know if you're able to shoot him out of the sky. Maybe it would seem logical, because if not, if he kind of turns invincible. But at the same time, because if the other team can see the ring on the ground where he's gonna do damage, maybe, so they can like, and that would seem OP.
Well, it's still PTR still anyway, so they might change that anyways.
So they might change it. I'm gonna play him a bit more after we're done recording, just so I can like. I'm obviously gonna be able to play against him. Everyone's gonna play against him.
Oh yeah.
But I just want to see kind of like how to fight against him. 'Cause that's my big thing. I'm probably not gonna play him too often. He might be someone that I play, but I usually stick to support classes anyway. So, I just want to see how he gets taken down. Like, I like to find weaknesses. Like, that's why I played PTR with Orisa. I was like, okay, she has a lot of fucking ridiculous moves. How does she get beaten? And then it's pretty much just like jump right.
Invincible.
Is this is kind of, I mean, it has the name Doomfist in it. Isn't there a character? Because when I saw the news about Doomfist, I originally thought, I was like, shit, are they putting a WoW character in the game? But because I thought Doomfist was a WoW character, and I'm pretty sure there's a character named Doomfist in WoW somewhere.
Morgul Doomfist.
Doomfist.
There's that one guy. I don't think he has a Doom Fist, but he has something Fist.
No, it's
Claw
like
Fist?
it's an NPC. He's an orc, and he has the last name Doomfist.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's like, because that's what I thought of, because I had no idea about this character at all, because I don't pay attention to Overwatch shit. But
yeah, it's not an orc mage thing. He is a very large African man. I think he's African. I don't know where he's from. That accent that he has is like, it's definitely not Swedish. But he has like tribal paint on his face, and he has like horns, like not metal, like animal.
Could we talk about how he is not voiced by Terry Crews?
How do you know?
Pretty sure that it's not. A lot of people are saying that it's not.
Maybe Terry Crews is really good at voice acting.
How many things has Terry Crews voice acted, do you think?
What?
How many things has Terry Crews voice acted, do you think?
I
can
don't know.
actually check. Terry Crews, IMDb.
But yeah, I don't know who it is, but I don't think it's Terry Crews. It could be, who knows, but
the thing that I was seeing online, some people, I mean, obviously they're just proud, or not proud, they're happy that, Doomfist has been finally freaking announced and whatnot, it's about time, blah, blah, blah. But some people are saying that they used him for like motion capture or something. Mm-hmm. For just to use his body, because I mean Terry Crews is a pretty ripped dude, and same with Doomfist. He looks like he eats all his meats and veggies.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, the first thing I found for Terry Crews voice acting is VeggieTales Celery Night Fever.
All right.
Oh, I kind of want to witness that now.
Yeah. I guess he was on Drunk History and American Dad as well.
Oh, I knew he was on Drunk History.
I
I remember seeing that episode.
I need to start watching that again.
It's so funny. Yeah, so that was like the big Overwatch thing. We're gonna stick to some Blizzard games for a little bit because Blizzard rocks my socks 69. It was my username on AOL.
Rocks my socks?
Blizzard rocks my socks 69.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
It wasn't. Anyway, so the next thing, actually, I like a really short story, which is kind of fun. So I got my little gift pack email thing from the Sony E3 experience.
Oh yeah.
And I got just $15 for the Sony store.
Huh.
Which is cool because I didn't pay anything for the ticket, and so I got the Rise of the Necromancer DLC for free.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. I can't try it yet because I forgot my game over at Robin's again, but whatever. I'll get it back here eventually.
That's of
DLC cost
the
$15.
Diablo 3 you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Diablo 3. Yeah.
That was a $15 DLC?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. I don't know. I know it's new content and new character and blah blah.
There's some. I don't think there's really a. I don't know if it's necessarily an entire new dungeon or whatever, but I think there's as far as story content goes, there's a little bit. I mean, there's new story content for that character because it's an entirely new character now. If you've ever played through Diablo 3, it's it kind of goes along with that character, whoever it is.
Are they gonna have another Diablo 3 expansion, do you think? Or are they gonna just say fuck it and make Diablo 4?
I don't know.
I would hope that they don't. I would hope that they just let this game fall away and make another one, don't. I would say not to make another expansion. I feel like I would like this to be the end of this one, just because I guess personally it is way too complicated to jump into this as a fresh character, just new character period, oh hey, I heard Diablo 3 was good, let me go and pick that up from the shelf, and there's just so much new different things to do. I don't know where to start.
It's always been that way.
I felt very
There's
very
a quest line
overwhelmed
to follow. Yeah. Well, you haven't played any other Diablo games before, have you?
I didn't play Diablos 2 or 1, no.
Yeah.
So I tried I liked it. I liked the story for it. I mean, I liked the lore for Diablo and whatnot, and
yeah.
I didn't mind the story for Diablo 3. I thought it was pretty cool, but it just didn't hit me in the feels, I guess. I don't know.
I hated it.
It's definitely a game that I like playing couch co-op.
The base story for Diablo 3 is garbage. It is so bad.
It's not as good as other ones, but
my whole problem with that is that Leah is literally Uncle Ducker, why do you believe demons are real? You're stupid. Demons aren't real. And then she turns. It's just as she's fighting demons and zombies and shit like that. It's just all right, okay, come on. And then everything happens in that story, and you're just all right, cool, thanks. Reaper of Souls was better. I actually like that story.
Yeah, Reaper of Souls was pretty good.
But
I just want to share. I just searched Diablo 4 for shits and giggles, and the first thing that popped up was a Forbes article called "I worry Blizzard won't make Diablo 4 if they can't monetize it with loot boxes."
I mean, the thing is that nowadays with all Blizzard games, they're all trying to tie everything in together.
Blizzard.
So there are now incentives for other Blizzard games for you to go and play. They'll do a free mount or whatever if you play Hearthstone for this week or whatever, or Heroes of the Storm, you'll get a Overwatch skin. They're trying to do all that shit, but I don't think that's gonna sustain. I don't out of all the games they have, I think Diablo 3 is the one that is kind of stagnant, and they don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to play with it right now. Oh yeah, well same with
Starcraft's kind of. I mean, Starcraft's kind of dead.
They just haven't put any new content for it.
They're even the competitive scene. They're releasing a remastered version of Brood War because people aren't watching StarCraft 2 anymore.
Oh wow.
So,
well,
yeah.
Time for StarCraft 3, Blizzard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing that people are saying is that I remember talking with some coworkers about that is Blizzard's next because they're gonna put out another RTS. Is it going to be another StarCraft? Because if you played StarCraft Legacy of the Void, that story's done. There really isn't a StarCraft 3 that they can do. It'd be really weird. I mean, I guess they could, but they'd have to make all sorts of new lore for it, know. Yeah. That's the thing that they did with StarCraft 2 was they pretty much, boom, 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 that's it. All right, we've wrapped up every storyline, basically.
Yeah. I literally know nothing about the StarCraft lore because it's the one Blizzard game I've never gotten into for whatever reason.
It's really good.
The lore is the first game's lore. I really liked it because they took some dark turns in storytelling, which I mean back then in video games it was a lot of it was hey, everything is kind of ends in rainbows and butterflies, whereas in this game Sarah Kerrigan gets left behind on a planet and betrayed and gets turned into the Queen of the Zerg, which is kind of fucked up. And so and then StarCraft 2, the first expansion, you kind of go throughout this whole campaign against her. And my only problem now is that they went back to the whole rainbows and butterflies kind of ending, because that's literally what happened. It's I don't want to spoil anything because it's kind of
I don't mind a happy ending. I have no problem with that.
I don't either. It's just the way that they did it was kind of just hey, Deus Ex Machina, here Kerrigan's now a god for some reason, and she's gonna wipe out things. So it's all right, cool. So I don't know what they can do for a story for that, because I think it's wrapped up.
The thing that my coworker and I were saying, because of course they're going to put out another RTS, because that just it just makes sense. They have something already one of everything in the market right now. They have a card game, there's an RPG, there's a dungeon crawler, there's a
shooter,
FPS. So now they of course they're going to do another RTS, and so what they were saying is that it's possible. It would be kind of weird, I guess, but with the end of, and this kind of goes into talking about World of Warcraft now, with the end of Legion, it's possible that they could do a double kind of game expansion where they do an RTS and an expansion at the same time. Because if that team from StarCraft is not working on anything StarCraft, they could be working on the Warcraft franchise. The last Warcraft being Warcraft 3 that came out a long time ago.
They're in a tricky spot with that though, because they'd have to you'd be telling the same story twice at that point.
Well, no, I'm saying that they do an entirely different story, an entirely different game, and then they just have them come out at the same time. Whether it be they decide to make, a prequel game of something from the books, if they were to, whatever Project Titan was, if they were to somehow bring that about, I can't talk.
Yeah,
I can't talk with what the spoilers are with the patch notes for the next World of Warcraft patch, but there's some pretty big questions there that are currently not being answered. We don't know what's going to happen until the patch hits, but it leaves a lot of things open that they could certainly pursue, and an RTS could make sense.
Yeah. Well, thanks for not spoiling it for me, Jordan, because I'm...
That didn't spoil... That was literally the most vaguest statement ever.
I don't want to spoil that because it's a pretty big patch.
I know, that's why I didn't spoil it.
So I'm excited to experience that.
It seems like a super story-heavy patch, which I'm happy about, because a lot of the major numbered patches tend to be I mean, there's story in there, but they're typically like raid stuff.
I'm interested to see the scale, because this will be non-spoiler and blah blah blah. But instead of being just one extra island being added, there's 3. So as long as those islands are each the same size as like the Timeless Isle or the Argent Tournament grounds that they had added, anything like that, it'll be interesting for them to do that, to have it be an entire 3 different islands or whatever.
Yeah, because it's more or less 3 new zones.
Yep.
Which is new, because they usually only add like maybe 1 zone. Like we already have our quote unquote new zone with the Broken Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like typically that'd pretty much be it, because they added Suramar and then they added Broken Shore and then.
Well, that was kind of like already. I feel like for the Broken Shore for sure, it probably wasn't done at the time of like the first patch with I mean, you could go into Suramar right off from the start of the expansion. I mean, you die, but you could go in there at least and you can look around. With the Broken Shore, you like could go to the edge of it or something. You couldn't like actually go in it, so like they were still probably working on it.
What was the zone in Warlords that was like in the middle of the island but you couldn't get to until like they released it? I forget. It was a forest.
Tanan Jungle.
Tanan Jungle. Yeah. It used to be
jungle.
That was like another one where I was like I tried trying to figure out a way how to get into it, but it was completely invisible wall blocked off.
That was kind of neat though too. That was an entire that's not a continent. That's a I don't know, a zone. That's an entire zone that they kept there. But like you could see it on the map, but I mean, like you said, you couldn't get to it. So this is something that completely not even on the map at all. So they can be doing whatever they could have been working on this since like right before Tomb was even released. They had those several weeks of build up.
Right.
That was pretty cool. I was proud with the way it came out. And it
kind of reminds me of that island, the Blood Elf Island there, where there was like those raids.
Right.
I love that one. That was probably my favorite thing in pretty much all the expansions, because I love the idea of like having server-wide, like a server-wide goal that you needed to hit to unlock stuff.
Yeah,
that was nice.
That's why I like the invasions and stuff. I think the invasions are a cool addition, where it's like, oh, look at this thing's happening, go do it. And like everyone's there, and
that's what's going to be interesting with the new patch. It's a mechanic that they're introducing, and it's something very similar. People, I mean, we haven't seen it yet, but people are saying that it's very similar to Diablo's mechanic with rifts, because there's going to be rifts that open up, and they will be these big events that happen. Or no, I'm sorry. They said Diablo, and then they also mentioned Guild Wars, I think, has something very similar as well. Blizzard's pretty good at that, with taking something that another game has done and then kind of improving on it. I mean, again, like you said, the events were amazing, the pre-launch events. The Legion invasions that are currently in the game right now, they're okay. They're kind of more world questy. They're not the same.
Yeah, I agree. I was hoping they're going to be more like the pre-Legion invasions, but harder. But they're not. They're more or less world quests.
Yeah, but it gets a lot of people to be doing this, helping to do the same objective of pushing back the Legion and whatnot.
And you have that like end scenario too at the end, like once you do the world quest, which is kind of cool.
But yeah, so that's something that they're going to be bringing with the next patch as well, 7.3. So that'll be kind of cool, just mechanic-wise and whatnot.
Do they have a release date for it?
I'm excited.
Oh, no, it's like very early PTR still.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I mean, what is it called?
Okay, yeah.
The Tomb of Sargeras Raid Finder isn't even, they don't have all the wing. I mean, the second wing comes out this upcoming Tuesday, so.
Yeah.
It's usually like every 2 weeks, so You get like Wing 2 next week, and then Wing 3 by the end of July, and then the last Wing early August.
That's what I need to start doing on my monk, actually. I need to get in there.
It's pretty sweet.
Tomb.
Yeah, I got to start doing Rangefinder stuff. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I've been playing my Demon Hunter
I was
a lot.
going to search for something. I don't remember what I was going to search for.
I was gonna say, like, for any expansion that's coming out now for WoW, I'm almost curious, like, how they're going to try and explain these random land masses that keep appearing on the map that no one knew about, and then suddenly they're just like, oh, here it is. Kind of like what they did with Pandaria and then Northrend. Like, they were just like, here on the map now. Or at least for Warlords and Burning Crusade, like, they're in like different dimensions and different planets, but
but like, I guess, like, the thing with the Pandaria one was, like, no one really knew about it because it was, like, hidden away. Like, the panda people were like, we don't want anyone to find us. So
yeah, that like, one they did pretty well with masking. You know,
Northrend was the only one that I can think of that was like, wait, but like, we knew that it existed. Why did we never go here?
Yeah.
Or I mean, Broken Isles are on. They're on the map, right?
Broken Isle. Oh, yeah, no, it's on the map now. It wasn't before, but the reason for that, again, kind of like Pandaria, the reason why the Broken Isles were around here is because Gul'dan had to raise them up. Well, he raised the Tomb of Sargeras up, but yeah, I guess the other zones were just kind of there. They were hidden or something. Like, Suramar City was hidden behind their shield, and then they let it down for the Legion, you know. But yeah, the Broken Shore itself, that was all raised by Gul'dan, so that wasn't seen. That was underwater. That definitely wasn't seen. But the other zones, I don't remember them really saying why they didn't show them there. But
yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah,
whatever. I don't really mind that aspect. Like, I always make fun of it, but I get over it pretty fast. Just because I get excited about the content.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't really.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm curious what they're gonna do for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Blizzard's come out and said that there are continents on the other side of the planet that they've never.
I mean, it's for sure
about or anything.
That definitely leaves it open that they could do that. I don't know if they would, but they could.
Yeah, because like, we literally only look at like one side of the world basically ever, and
just like real life, because the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
True.
So that'd actually be more interesting for them to explain. As they're like, oh, by the way, there's like all these continents on the other side of the planet that for whatever reason we've never fucking gone to.
Because it's the side that the sun doesn't touch.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see where they go with WoW after this.
Well, I could tell you exactly what 7.3 is gonna.
No, I don't. I want to know what's gonna happen after. Like, I want to know what the next expansion is gonna be.
Oh,
because like, if we wrap up the filled ass hats, then like, who do we fight?
Oh, that's well, the Void Lords.
That's fair.
Like, they're gonna.
I don't want to keep fighting like demon things. I'm done with demons now.
Well, they're not really.
I want to fight like.
They're not really demons. They're shadow
aliens.
But that's where it looks like it's pointing, though. Anyways, with as far as bad guys that are left, they've wrapped up. Yes, I think they've wrapped up every story set up from the RTS, which that's the right way to go with anyone that had played the RTS's Warcraft.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
So, with that, then they had to make new lore, and that's what they've done the past, like, 2 or 3 expansions, is they've made new lore at the end of the expansion to set up the next expansion. So, that's why it's speculated something spacey might happen I don't know. WoW in space.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll connect to StarCraft, and then you'll have World of StarCraft or Galaxy of StarCraft. I don't know.
I honestly would not play a StarCraft MMO.
Probably not. Yeah. It's more of a I don't know. It's not that it's more of a fantasy thing for me. Like instead of science, it's just like
instead of sci-fi
or sci-fi. It's more of a. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. That's why I couldn't get into. I mean, I love Star Wars, but I just couldn't get into doing the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah. It never stuck with me. Like every now and then, Jesse, Paul, and I will play, but like we never stay with it.
Yeah.
Like
because it feels too single player. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's it's a good game. It's not like it's a bad game, but
yeah, that's all right.
It's like it's also too similar to what WoW was for me. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree with that. It's like a not as good WoW with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, go for it. You and Jordan are playing.
Yeah,
it.
Jordan, you've played, right? Like a little bit.
Yeah, but I haven't touched the second one, but I have played the first one, and I've live streamed the third one 2 times now.
Okay.
I didn't even notice that you did the live stream for this again. My bad.
What was that?
I would have changed stuff on your live stream thing if
I actually figured out. I changed the title. I set up the title for it, and then it was something wrong with like the YouTube part of it, and so it disconnected, or it was like starting to disconnect. So I had to restart it, and so that's on the channel. There's like 2 separate ones, so I just kind of named it the same thing with it 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the like the big controversy about these remasters or remakes, I guess remasters. Yeah, it's a remaster. Is that like everyone's calling at least Crash 1, they're calling it like the Dark Souls of platformers, because someone like did a video on it, and they showed that like the jumping has to be so precise, and it's not even like fair a lot of the time, because you have to be like off of the platform pretty much before you jump, and in order to make the jump correctly. And the thing is that like I remember Crash 1 being exactly kind of like that on the original PS1, where like you kind of had to like lead your jump a little bit and like wait to the last second to platform. And so like I understand the rage that people are having with the game, but that's also the point of it. It's a platformer. It's supposed to be hard. You're like, it's beatable. I've done it. I've 100%ed the game already. So like, you can do it. Just like stop whining. It's
I saw a picture. It was like, it was like a meme that said, "Oh wow, I can't wait to play the new Crash." Or I can't wait to relive the Crash trilogy. And then it was like, oh my god, this game is so much harder than I remember. No, you just suck.
Well, that's the thing with these games, is that like playing through it, because like in Crash 1, in order to get all of the gems, the crystal, like the colored ones, you have to not die on the level in order to get the colored ones. And
okay.
Oh my god, what, like space truck flying by my fucking window.
Space truck.
So loud.
So you have to not die in order to get the crystals, or colored gems.
I was trying to figure it out.
It's like it's a bitch on some of the levels, just because of the platforming. But like some of the levels, I spent way too long trying to get them. But
some of them, it's just good memory, or you just gotta have good memory, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Memory and patience, and like you just gotta know what to do. It's
Yep.
So But I'm excited because Crash 2 is my favorite, I think. So then I guess he's going to control way better in 2 than 1.
So wait, you haven't actually played it yet, then?
I have. I played a little bit. I'm not that far, but I remember it being like way easier to get the colored gems and all the gems and everything from 2.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why I couldn't get. I mean, I just figured it was something about beating the entire part or whatever in order to get back to the crystal gems, because I know on Crash 3 there is time trials, and I plan on doing that eventually.
All of the games have time trials now.
They do? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
In order to get platinum for all the games, you have to get time trials done.
Interesting.
So I have 2 more trophies for Crash 1 to do before I get the platinum trophy, but it's you have to get a gold or platinum relics for all the levels.
The onks or whatever, right?
Yeah. So also, if you look at those trophy lists for all those games, they're ridiculously easy to get a lot of those trophies. And they're like gold and silver ones that should not be gold and silver, but I'll take them. Like the Crash 1 has a gold trophy for Coco for spinning 5 enemies.
Oh.
Like what?
What?
Wait, so
That's stupid.
So then I didn't see that in the first one, but you can play as Coco in the first game?
Yeah, you can play as Coco in 1 and 2.
Oh, all right, yeah, because in 3 you can, and I was very surprised. You can actually, on levels that you could only play as Crash, you can actually switch and you can play it as Coco. I mean, she has the exact same moveset as him, but it was just interesting that they added that. I guess in case girls wanted to play as a girl or guys wanted to play as Coco. I don't know.
I mean, I go through how I did Crash 1 is I just went through the regular, because there are a couple trophies tied to Crash specifically. So
okay,
I went through the full game as Crash, and then on time trials I'm doing them as Coco just because fuck it, why not?
Okay.
But it's nice that they put her in there.
Yeah.
And they get around the story by just being like, Coco shows up in a time machine. Do you want to have her join your party?
Oh,
like,
okay. All right. See, I didn't. All I did was like the first level with Crash, and then I was like, oh, all right. I didn't see the option to go and play as Coco until I went up to Coco in Crash 3, and then you can.
Yeah, you can play her right away.
Oh, okay.
In 1 and 2, you have to wait like a little bit, but it's like after 5 levels or something. It's not that bad.
Cool.
Yeah. The game looks good.
Sorry, I've been silent. I've literally I just like zoned out. I kind of forgot we were recording. I was like sitting here messing with Jordan's videos on the channel, and I'm like, oh shit, we're like fucking doing this. I thought like for whatever reason it sounded like we were just like talking normal, and I was like, I don't have to be entertaining at all. I can just like edit these videos and like add tags and stuff, no problem.
Well, you haven't played this, have you?
No, I mean I played the original Crash Bandicoot games, but I didn't buy the Insane Trilogy.
Yeah, Ashley has never heard of Crash Bandicoot at all before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Are you serious? Like,
Dang.
Never at all?" I didn't believe that people existed that had no knowledge.
It's really funny because when I
that's
bought
pretty
it,
interesting.
I booted it up and my mom like walked by me to go get some laundry or something, and she stopped and she's like, "Is that Crash Bandicoot?" Because she recognized the music, like she recognized the music from the first game.
Oh yeah,
which is like iconic, and it's so good.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to buy anything for myself. I think I said in a past thing.
Oh yeah.
Robin told me I can't buy anything for myself before my birthday anymore, so
Oh.
I have been refraining from buying anything, which stinks because I'm very much the person that's like, ooh, this came out, I'm going to buy it on day 1.
A few more weeks.
So, a few more weeks. I got around it a little bit because I pre-ordered a bunch of stuff before I had this like policy put on my life. So I have some things like coming in that are like pre-orders, like amiibo and stuff. But
Splatoon 2, that releases when?
On my birthday.
It's on your birthday? Oh, cool.
It's on my birthday.
Sweet. So the 21st.
Along with the so Splatoon 2 and the last 3 Super Smash Bros. Amiibo.
That's right.
Are all on my birthday, so it's like the end of an era, like coming to a conclusion on my day of coming out of a vagina.
Yep. That's
pretty
exciting.
exciting. Yep, birthing is cool.
I'm excited. So I got Splatoon. We get Splatoon this month, and then what do we get in August for any game?
I don't know if we get anything in August.
September we get.
We do?
I don't think we do. No, we might get Sonic Mania.
Do we also get Metroid this month?
No,
Or is that next month? Maybe that's August.
I thought that was
September.
I thought that was fall.
I think that's September. It's like a couple days after my
September.
birthday, I believe. September. Oh, we also get
August 26th.
Yeah, we also get.
Oh no, that's the first one. JK, LOL. That's Samus Returns. For
3DS.
the Game
Yeah.
Boy.
I'm excited for that one, but I'm also, I think September 2nd is when Destiny 2 comes out. So
Yeah.
Oh.
9/15 is the 3DS Metroid Samus Returns.
Oh, okay. Neat.
August 26th was Metroid 2.
Metroid 2?
Yeah. When I Googled Metroid Samus Returns, it came up with Return of Samus.
Oh.
So that was the release date that I saw where I said August 26th.
Gotcha.
But then I saw the year of 1991 and I was like, oh,
I
never
gotcha.
mind.
I think Return of Samus is a remake of Samus 2, so you're kind of almost right. So
Yeah, almost. Just, several
Way
years
late.
too late. Ooh, what's this? Metroid Samus bundle. Oh, all you get is the. I'm actually kind of mad. Have you seen the UK special edition of that game?
Of
Metroid Samus
No.
Returns.
What is it? Does it have
It's
something different?
Way cooler. So it comes in it comes in like a steel book that is designed like Metroid 2, like the Game Boy cartridge. They get this fucking really cool Metroid, or not Metroid, but Samus Ball keychain. That looks really sweet, and they get an insignia pin, it looks like, and they get the music, and they get an art book, and we literally just get the music. Yeah, the UK always gets way cooler special editions than us for 3DS things, it seems, because I know the last few Pokemon games, they got steel books and stuff for them as well for the special edition, and we just get if you pre-order at GameStop, we'll give you a poster if we don't run out.
I got a cool keychain from pre-ordering Crash Bandicoot.
Did you?
Yeah, I gave it to Ashley.
Nice, even though she's never heard of Crash Bandicoot.
Yep, I know.
That's funny. Yeah, I've been playing War Dragons on my phone. That's what I've been playing recently, which is just this fucking stupid strategy game. Robin and her roommate have been playing. God damn, why are vehicles so loud? Robin and her roommate have been playing for a while now, and I would always make fun of them. And then I was really bored on... What day was it? I think it was Monday. I was really bored, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to download and see why you guys keep playing. And I was absorbed into it. It's all you do is control a dragon and destroy other people's villages and stuff. And you breed dragons and build up your defenses on your village. And that's about it. And it's just, for whatever reason, it's super addicting. So that's what I've been playing. It's a mobile game. It's free. You can buy stuff in game, but check it out if you like dragons. Dragons are cool.
Neat.
Sure.
Yeah. So I saw that
And then WoW, obviously.
Horizon is getting that patch.
I'm sorry if you.
So it's getting patch 1.3, which is adding new game plus, new face paint, and ultra hard difficulty, and I guess some other stuff too.
I forgot I saw that as well.
But my only, I guess my topic discussion point for this one was I thought about, like, that sounds awesome, and it's really, really cool that they're putting all that stuff in for free. And then I thought about Zelda and how it's, I mean, the exact same thing, minus the face paint.
Pretty much. It's pretty much the exact. Well, there's new equipment.
New equipment, but and masks, Zelda, I guess, and Zelda, which I guess would be face paint.
So pretty much face paint.
But they're charging $20
Cosmetic
for it.
stuff.
Right.
Wait. Oh yeah. Oh, Legend of Zelda's charging $20.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well, that's for both of them. That's for like.
Yeah, that's the season pass.
"Quote unquote" season pass.
Regardless, you're still paying for something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I love seeing developers handle, updates like this, where because it really is going to put good graces in a lot of people going forward if they keep putting out free content like this. Because like what I'm seeing a lot of people are, especially because I'm opening this Reddit thread, like people are just like, credit where credit is due. Like I wish Square Enix didn't do this with like Nier Automata or Final Fantasy 15. Like they have those DLC episodes, which I mean that's story based, so I guess that makes sense. But I don't know. I wish that developers would start thinking like about putting stuff out there for free like that, especially if it's just going to be new modes, like a new game plus or cosmetic stuff. Because milking people for any extra dime is only going to work for so long.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I enjoy like Blizzard's way of getting money from players is like the loot boxes. Like I don't mind it, like because it's only cosmetic. Like go for it, and you can still unlock everything. Just like it takes time. Minus their like obviously they're like exclusive time-based things, but
yeah, right. I actually did. I know we already kind of went past Blizzard, but that is another big Blizzard thing that's still going on right now. It's for this whole summer basically, because it's going on for the next month. And I had messaged it to you, Derek. Heroes of the Storm does have a special thing going on right now, and the grand prize of it is 2 tickets, all paid expenses to BlizzCon. And the only thing to do to enter, because it's like a raffle, they're giving away all sorts of prizes. That's just the grand prize, but the other prizes being like in-game chests, and then there's $250 of BattleNet money, so you can use that to get more in-game chests. And then there's something else. Oh, there's a statue. I think it's a diva statue. I think it's one of those really expensive ones.
Yeah, it's $450.
So that's one of the prizes as well. So that's $450 that, per se you don't want it, and someone else does. You trade that bad boy in, or we'll sell it. There you go.
Yeah.
But the only way to enter is to do it's called. Oh, you gotta win. All you gotta do is win one match a day.
Yeah.
And you get entered. You get one entry per day. And at the end of the week, there's a drawing for all those other prizes. The grand prize is a combination of every single other prize. No. I'm sorry, not a prize. Tickets. It's every ticket that you've done, whatever, over the month or whatever that it is that it's going on for, that's when it draws for the BlizzCon tickets.
That's pretty cool. It has nothing to do with DLC, but it's pretty cool.
I just forgot to mention it, and no one else mentioned it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's definitely worth mentioning. I mean, if
BlizzCon tickets had just went up for sale, I think yesterday or the day before, and they of course they sold out like instantly. So it's something I don't know.
Pretty fast.
If you guys, I'd love to go. I mean, that'd be really cool. You know, for the loot bag or whatever that they give too. You know.
Yeah, but you can just buy those on Amazon or on eBay for like $150 if you really wanted to. But yeah, I would love to go to BlizzCon one day. It's just fucking expensive as hell, especially being on the East Coast. Like, just plane tickets alone, you're looking at like $800 round trip. And then
all the more reason to win the contest.
Yeah, exactly. But like, if you were gonna go without winning a contest, you know, you're looking at spending a few grand in staying there, like staying in a hotel, and food and travel and whatever else, swag.
So
it's just an expensive
It's
trip.
an expensive con for things that might like BlizzCon has off years, and it's usually the years that they don't have any announcements. So if you decide to go and they don't really blow your mind off with anything, it's like, okay, meh.
I would have liked to go. Wasn't what is it? Foo Fighters had opened for them 1 year. That would have been cool to go for that. And then
they had Ozzy Osbourne 1 year too.
Oh yeah, was Tenacious D there 1 year?
Yeah,
so.
I think last year or the year before that.
Huh. That would have been cool.
They had 1 year where they didn't even do it because they had like nothing to announce, didn't they? They like took a year off. I think so. It was a couple years ago.
I think that was like the year before Warlords or something.
Yeah.
I think they just straight up announced it. They didn't they didn't have an actual con and whatnot because there was just other little mini announcements. They just didn't want to spend the money on it, I guess, or whatever.
Right. When so
it's the I don't mean to like cut you off, Jesse. It's the Illidan statue, you know, the Diva statue. Jordan, you motherfucker.
Aww.
I don't care about an Illidan statue. That one's only $350.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry.
Diva's $450. Come on. Get your shit together. Christ.
The so when did Legion come out? That came out in like November of last year.
Last year.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Last summer.
Last summer?
I believe.
Okay. Because I remember. Do you remember the Blizzard strategy of releasing expansions? They're like, we want to release an expansion every year, and that didn't happen.
August 30th of last year.
Yeah.
So
they're gonna. I think they're still gonna do like an every 2 year expansion type of thing because
you can't deny their content. There's not been a content drought.
Oh yeah, no, I seriously think Legion is probably the best expansion to hop back into if you haven't played in a long time.
Or if you're a end game person or whatever, you know, there's just constantly crap to do. The biggest thing that's in right now is it's not the biggest thing, but it's one of the most recent things that they added that, you know, you'll be doing for a while is the Chromie, the Deaths of Chromie scenario, which I actually jumped into. It's very interesting. It's super different. There's nothing else like it in the game. I can't really think of another game that has this kind of thing because it uses time travel. But you know, Chromie, a character in the game, finds out that they're dying or that they are about to die, but they've already seen their death because they're a time traveler, and so they know that this isn't the way that they're supposed to die. So then you're supposed to find out who is trying to kill this character, Chromie, and it's weird. It shows you the way it shows you the scenario right from the start, and you see that there's like 5 different like blasts that all just like all go and happen at the same time and kill her. So then you're taken back to the present time and you're like, oh, okay, well, let's try and go back, like an hour before that. Oh, we can't do that. Okay, how about half an hour before that? Oh, we can't do that. Okay, 15 minutes before. So you have 15 minutes to prevent her death. And so you have to go to all these different spots and there's little things to solve. And then, she dies. And so you have to go back again. And you have to try and do it. And each time you go back, you try and make sure that you get this thing accomplished there's like various objectives. And if you can get all those objectives done, then you can save her. But there's a talent tree for Chromie that gets updated the more, I guess, you're friends with helping kill stuff in the future. It's kind of weird that way, but it's kind of neat because the abilities that she gives you, you get extra time. You can get these time vials that make it easier to get buffs and whatnot while you're in the future. But it's kind of cool. It's just different. I don't think of any other game that's done that. As far as to go with time travel and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there are other games that deal with time travel, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I said
What was
probably.
That? Yeah. I thought you said a game, but
so I have to poop.
Sweet.
So are you calling the episode? All right, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys, because Jesse has to poop. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, I should say. And next week we're gonna talk about stuff again. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll chat with you later. Bye.
Sweet.